it's either Donkey Island or Coyote Island or Coyote Rock. Every time I try to get my facts straight, I start talking and then I listen to it back later and I was like, oh, that's not what I meant to say. If I only had a brain. Well, when you're freezing and you just get out of the river, you are not like as articulate, or maybe you don't just remember right on the money as quickly. And that's part of the reason why I do these drive homes, is so that you can see what it's like to be freezing. Your mind is not as sharp, quick, whichever you want to call it, when you're cold. I mean, that goes without being said, right? Like everybody knows that. But it's nice to see what it looks like when a person's freezing after doing time. But let me just tell you guys, friends, family, loved ones, got some weirdo shadows going on right now. The river is warming up quickly. Just trying to get a good, the shadow is not, it's not fun. Shadow's not fun. The sun blinding me in my face, also not fun, but it's okay. We're going to do it anyways. Anywho, the river is warming up, and it was 50 freaking degrees today, and it felt amazing. Oh my gosh. 50 degrees is still cold. It is, but it just takes less time to get adjusted to the cold. When it's colder, it might take you longer to adjust to it. Because believe it or not, after a certain amount of time, you just acclimate right to the coldness. And we call it the sweet spot, where it's not as brutal. So, not as brutal to me anyways. 50 degrees was quite lovely. It's driving me crazy. Let's see if I can do this. It's not gonna make a difference. I was gonna try to. There we go. There I am. It's a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see those clouds. I'm sure you can. You're not blind. I always like to talk about the clouds because I grew up in the Northwest and in Oregon. It's always, well, I shouldn't say always. That's not the case. Not always, but quite often or not, it is overcast. And I didn't grow up with beautiful clouds like this, but in the summertime. So it always gets me so giddy and so excited when I see clouds like that, as you know, because every time, and every video where the clouds are epic and beautiful, I'm always like, look at those clouds, look at those clouds. Got my cold wet swimsuit on and my spa towel. I got my terry cloth bathrobe. I got a coat. Got my crystal quartz amplifier with my Moldavite. Got my red lipstick. Yep. Let me just tell you something. If you don't think for 1 second that I think I'm everyone's cup of tea, well, you're sadly mistaken, friend. And I gotta tell you something else too. I am not in the mood, and I have no interest in, there's a saying, it goes, promote what you love rather than bash what you hate. So if you're gonna leave some low vibe comments on my page, you're not gonna get no love from me, just letting you know. And you're not gonna get no attention. I'm not even gonna mention your name or your comment, but you know who you are. And no, I didn't appreciate it. But whatever, because like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's just fine with me. I think there's a lot of attractive people in this world that some people just aren't attracted to, and that's fine. You could be the juiciest mango, and not everybody loves mangoes. Whichever way you want to phrase it, Not everybody loves chocolate, you're not everybody's cup of tea. That's fine, I dig it. It is what it is. And if you were more interesting, you would have not left such a hateful comment, which is whatever, because as soon as someone left a hateful comment, somebody followed it up with a comment that really made my day. And it was just so free. And I'm sorry, of course, as soon as I try to remember anything, I'm frozen right now. But it was it really meant a lot to me, your nice comments. Everybody who says something nice, genuine, even if it's a question, I don't have to agree with it, and I'm totally fine with that. I got into this knowing there was, let me turn that heat up because it's on 68, and we don't do 68 up in here, we do high. I didn't walk into this thinking that I wasn't going to have, look at those beautiful clouds. No doubt there are going to be people that are just going to be vile and have such a vitriol and hatred they're going to share with me in their day. And I get it a lot, especially from the Karens, man. They always want to tell me some little thing about my boobs, or some hateful remark about how, I shouldn't be feeling good about myself, whatever it is. And it's usually quite cantankerous. And I just take it with a grain of salt, because it is what it is. And I'm not delusional. Well, I'm not that delusional. Let me just say that. I'm not that delusional to think that everybody's going to be like, digging me and my sauce, my saucy ways. So, whatever. I'll take it or leave it, and I'm definitely leaving it. But to everybody who leaves a nice compliment, comment, hits like and subscribe and follows, all that good stuff, I appreciate you from the bottom of my damn heart, man. My little cold heart. You mean the world to me, and you have a place in it. So you can feel a little less in the world if you feel that way, because little old me over here, Nicole Iolio, you're in my heart. They don't call me cray cray for nothing. Yeah. Every one of your little comments that you leave that makes my day, like, oh man, I share that everywhere I go. I'm a little less saltier, let me just say that. But if you're going to be low vibe and you're going to be trying to spread your low vibe ass ways over on my channel, you are going to be sorely mistaken, friend, because I'm not giving that attention. I'm not going to even say what it is that you said. I'm not giving you any of my attention in that way, other than what I'm saying right now. But people like Humble Fellow and Scooter and some other people like that leave comments of like kind things, and they're, believe me, like I can't remember everything right now because I'm trying to do a combo of paying attention and I'm frozen. But you do not, you are like in my heart. Let me just tell you, you kind ass people, you are in my heart. Like, you don't know what kind of day I'm having, man. You don't know what kind of salty people I have to deal with in my life. You don't know what goes on in my life, and that I'm able to project my happy ass ways that I do. I could come on here and spread hate and vitriol, and we could talk about what's going on in the world and the news and the weather, and it could just be like, bleh. But no, go elsewhere for that crap, man. There's plenty of other Debbie Downers elsewhere. I'm not one of them, so I may be a little salty, but I'm not a Debbie Downer, okay? I'll just tell you. Let the good times roll, baby, baby. Can't please them all. I'm not chocolate. And even if I was, there's going to be somebody who doesn't like chocolate. So, oh darn. Oh darn. Can't please them all. Regardless, I am very grateful and thankful. I am thankful for this day. I am thankful for you watching. I'm grateful. Like, I remember when there was a time in my life where I was salty. But let me just tell you also, I've never been salty enough in my life. Never one time ever. And I don't give a shit who thinks that I'm telling the truth or what they think. I've never ever in my life left a rude, hateful, salty ass comment on anybody's anything. Not on any type of social media, not on Facebook. I mean, you get the point, okay? Like, if I don't have the balls to say it to your face, like, I'm not going to say it, especially over social media. That takes no courage, okay? Like, you lack a lot, and courage is one of them. And that doesn't get nobody's juices flowing if you have no courage, let me just tell you, okay? And plus, it ages you to be hateful, you old looking hag. I just never have ever in my life, even without the fear of thinking that anybody's going to know that I left a hateful comment. I know. And I keep myself accountable. And you should hold yourself accountable for being so hateful. And it's getting a lot of my attention, so we're going to end it there because that's more attention than I want to give it. But people who are spreading love and not hate, those are my kind of people. Promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. I could be a hateful person too, believe it. Especially when people are leaving like nasty ass comments on my pictures of me just in my swimming suit. Like, get over yourself, bro. I see plenty of people spreading their cheeks and showing their goods, and I'm not one of them, but you still want to leave some hateful, and yeah, I know some of you want me to be doing some risque photos and whatnot, and I get it, and thank you. That's very nice of you. Not the way you expected me to take that? Sorry. It's very interesting the things I do find offensive and the things that I don't. I'm just not going to give the time of day to low vibe shit, man. We're high vibing over here every day, all day long, the best that we can. So I just think it's really shocking that people would want to spread their hateful ass little misery. But I'm not going to sit here and deny that I'm not surprised. And it's, and actually I was telling my friends today, you're really doing well when you start getting those kind of like, I'm such a weirdo. I can't help it. I instead of like crying about it or, being more about it than I am, I felt like I took it the complete opposite way. I was like, oh my God, I must be doing good. That backfired on you, friend. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Take your hateful ass comments elsewhere, friend. Ain't no friend of mine. Disappointed, but not surprised. It is what it is. But thank you everybody else who, you know, is doing the good of whatever the good is, you know. You know, good for you for not being a hateful ass mofo, because it ages you and it's not a good look. And with that being said, hey, we're back. Thanks for joining me on this drive home. We got a green light, so we're gonna go. What are you gonna do for this weekend? You got some weekend plans? I know last weekend I said I needed to get some yard work done, which I still do, of course. So I was thinking about mowing my yard, doing some weeding, maybe some planting some flowers. I'm so grandiose in all the things I'd love to accomplish. I love to get everything done, but then I like to have fun too. So, because I don't want to be any saltier than I already am, I'm really ready to tune some people up if they need me to. But you're gonna have to pay extra because I'm not doing that for free. It's a different type of channel. We're just over here cold dipping it, okay? Keeping our cool. That's part of the reason why I take myself out to the river, so that I don't get too salty on people. Because I know there's a lot of people walking around who need to be tuned up, and I'm not in the mood to tune your ass up, because ain't nobody got time for that. I have found ways in my life to make myself happy, and you should too. You should invest in yourself enough to find ways to make yourself happy instead of spewing your hatred on other people's day, on other people's lives, on whatever it is. Because I mean, that's a bad example also. Like, that's just a bad example. Gross. Yeah, if my kids ever like say or speak to people in that kind of manner, they're gonna get tuned up real fast, because that's not acceptable. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Not you. Not to you. I love you. I love you. Just not hateful people. I got no love for them. You don't get my love, friend, if you're going to be hateful. Yeah. And I'm the type of weirdo I am is, if like I don't like you, believe it. You don't live rent free in my mind. I'm not talking about you. You don't deserve that from me. I'm not even speaking your name. Like, and you don't exist anymore either. I'll forget you as quickly as I met you. Sad but true. There's a couple people in this town that I no longer am friends with, because we just don't jive like that no more. So I had to shuck and jive them. Bye, see you later. You know who you are. You're probably the one who left the hateful comment, for all I know. Wouldn't surprise me. Can't please them all. Jamal. I mean, Jamal's a great name, so no offense, Jamal. I meant no disrespect by that. It's a great name. But I feel very grateful. I had a wonderful time getting with my crew. We had a new person come to our cold dip today, so it's always super exciting to get to be a part of that experience. Because, just for the simple fact that you get to cheer him on. You get to be a part of that experience. He was there for 20 minutes, which is really impressive. It was a man. It's not his very first time cold dipping, but his first time in many years of cold dipping. And it was just really, really neat to get to be a part of that experience. I'm very grateful that I got to be there for that. I'm like the welcoming committee, okay? So that's why I take it very seriously. You know, when somebody's coming for their first time, I like to cheer them on, encourage them, you know, but not make them feel pressured to go in too far or for too long. You know, that there's no judgment, that, you know, if you can only do what you can do, you can just do what you can do. And that's what it is. So, it was a good time. Oh man, just seeing like all these flowers coming up everywhere is so beautiful. It makes me so happy, except for my allergies. The only thing I haven't really cared for is that with, oh my gosh, look at those clouds. My allergies have not been really appreciative of the springing, but my eyeballs been appreciating it, because I love all the annuals popping up. and the perennials too. But annuals happen to be my favorite because they're so pretty. They just don't come back next year like the perennials do. That's why we like perennials, because perennials come back for round 2, depending on the winter, of course. Like, oh my gosh, this guy right here, he's got a beautiful yard. He's got all these tulips. So pretty. And it's cool to see people out walking their dogs. Those look like some bullies. There's my buddy. She breeds bullies. It's probably hers. A little beautiful area, flowers and whatnot. And we're almost home. Yeah, oh, I see the fire truck in front of me. But it seems like he's not stopping, so that's good news. Probably just cruising on through. I'm excited for dinner at 7 o'clock. What have I eaten today? I can't remember. I'm sure I ate something, but I can't remember what it was. We'll figure it out. But I just want to say, you mean the world to me, all you kind, lovely people with your kind ass comments mean the world to a girl like me. Little old me. Just got home. So thank you for driving home with me. Thank you for watching these, whatever you want to call this. It means the world to a little old me to have you in my corner, you know. So promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. To the next adventure. Peace out, yo. Love you, bye. Love you, bye.